Hi y'all, Kraken Latte here. In this video, we're going to go over some tips on how to win the Stranglethorn fishing tournament. I've had many questions on how to win the tournament so that you can get the heirloom ring ever since I did my heirloom guide. So today we'll try something a little different and we'll do a somewhat unedited walkthrough, a visual walkthrough, so you guys can see how I've been doing it. For the record, I do this every few Sundays, and have for quite a while. I've been trying to get the other items from the Stranglethorn fishing tournament, so I'm going to do a walkthrough for you. I hope you enjoyed this unscripted commentary, so without further ado, let's get right into it. In case you don't know, this event is held every Sunday at 2 p.m. North American Pacific Standard Time, so make sure you check if you're not a North American server to see what time that is for you. Being there on time is uber important. And to get caught up with what's on screen here, you'll notice that I set my hearth at Booty Bay. There's an inn there. Make sure you do that. Definitely kind of step number 1 here. And I am now flying to the big river in northern Stranglethorn. You can technically get these fish all over the place, but the pools, from my experience, seem to spawn most often in the big river that runs right through the middle of northern Stranglethorn. This event is North and South Stranglethorn wide, so that is my next tip for you here. And while we're still flying there, I also want to point out that you're going to want to be there at least 10 minutes in advance, so you can set your hearth, get where you need to be. I tend to do it like a few hours in advance. I'll get my tune there, set my hearth, fly out to where I need to be, and log out and go do something else until it's about time to log into this character, whoever I'm on at the time, and get started. I like to start here at the bottom of the river and then work my way up. That seems to be kind of easier for me. Don't really have a specific reason. I just like starting here. But yeah, this is where I'm going to log out and prepare myself for the emotional turmoil later. Alright, and it is time to get this event started. I was not here 10 minutes early like I wanted to be, because this thing starts on the dot. Yep, there it is. There he is telling you to get your game on. And for about 10 seconds, you won't see any pools. It's kind of stressful, but then they slowly kind of start coming in. And yeah, you want to get these fish as soon as possible. You're supposed to catch, I think it's 40 tasty fish. You'd think I'd know how many fish. I've done this so many times. Anyways, you need to catch 40 of these fish out of any of the pools that you find. They are technically not special pools, but so they will give you a range of fish. It's actually kind of frustrating. You will not get a tasty fish every cast. It's disheartening. I got really lucky here at the start and got a whole bunch, but you will not get one every cast. So, fish your pants off. And as you can see, I'm using a special rod. I'm actually using the Legion artifact for fishing. This is not required by any means. I just happen to like it because it looks cool, and it gives you water walking so long as you're holding it. So if you do not have this fishing rod, that's fine. Just any fishing rod will do. And grab some water walking potions. You're going to want those for this area. Water walking really helps a lot because some of the wider parts of the river has the pools right in the middle. And if you don't have a way to walk on the water, you can't get those pools. But yeah. I'm not sure if you need to have max fishing for this or not. Most of my characters have about 100 to 150 fishing for classic, since this is classic zone stuff. I've never actually done it on a level 1 fishing character, but I'm sure you could still do this. I don't think you need to have it leveled. I'm sure someone down below, smarter than I am on this topic, can tell you. But yes, if you're not doing this on multiple characters of different classes like I am, then you're going to want something that's kind of fast, like a Death Knight. You know, their flying speed is fast. A Death Knight, a Paladin, Druid would probably be good. I usually see a lot of Druids in competition. Because, they can instant mount. That way you can, get around faster. Moving quickly between pools is important because Technically, this event lasts 2 hours. However, if you do not get your 40 fish in the first 12 to 15 minutes, you can basically say goodbye to your winning, because every time I've done this, it's between the 12 and 15 minute range. And, yeah, I thought it was actually going to be a quiet day here at this tournament. I didn't see anyone for the good first handful of my fish. But they'll come. They'll come. They always come. Come and steal your fish. Believe it or not, I am not a competitive person by nature. It's not really my go-to. That's why raiding kind of stresses me out, and I don't really do that anymore. So this event here is actually kind of heart palpitating. It gets my heart going. Like, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but it definitely gets the adrenaline going for me, because I'm like, oh crap, I'm not going to win this time. I can't lose. Yep, there's the first person. Yep, there he is. Tarn of all things. Yep. And normally, I really hate stealing people's pools. Like, he just took my last fish. He, she, whoever it is behind that screen. But this is a competition. You're going to be fishing from each other's pools, and you're going to get really, heated behind the screen with each other, because, you know, you gotta win. You gotta get that prize, whatever you're going after. So it's gonna be a little intense. And you should probably do this on a max level character. I'd say at the very least a level 80, but definitely a max level character, just because you want to be as fast as possible. Have your 310 flying, which I think you get at 80, but yeah, moving around as fast as possible, as you've noticed, is kind of the name of the game. The actual fishing part is a little tense, because I tend to just stare at my bar. Hard. My fishing bar. My cast bar. And just be like, am I gonna get a fish? Is it actually, come on. Because, like, you know, when it starts getting past that half point down to 3/4 of the way through, you're like, any day now. Fish would be nice. And I hope you guys don't mind this rambly version. Like, I tend to ramble, that's why I do scripted things, but I keep getting asked for non-scripted videos, because people like that for some reason. So here you go, this is unscripted Kraken. This is me behind the screen, me sighing, and... Oh, there's another person. I think that's someone leveling, though. Yeah, that's right. Move along, bro. Yeah, I say I'm not competitive, and I'm not, but, oh, yep, there's Dread. Taking my fish. You would not believe the cursing that actually goes on behind my screen when I'm doing this, because, I don't know, I get a little possessive. It's my fish, my pool. That's why I can't do competitive things very much, because I get a little mean. I turn into salty latte, and nobody likes to drink a salty latte. Well, somebody might. Someone might like salty lattes. Like sea salt and chocolate. Do you like salt on your chocolate? I don't. I really don't. I'm not a salt fan. Wow, that was a major rabbit trail. Anyway, moving on. Back to the tournament here, instead of talking about lattes and chocolate. That sounds really good right now. So yeah, let's do a bit of a recap. Be here 10 minutes early, set your hearth at Booty Bay, make sure you're a max level character, or at least 80 plus that has your max flying, so you can get around the fastest. If you're not doing this on multiple characters, do it on like a Detonator or a Paladin, because they have increased flight speed, maybe a Druid, since they have their instant flying form, and water walking potions, definitely necessary. And, yeah. Despite possibly wanting to kill the other people you see, I don't know that there is much of a difference in winning if you put this on war mode or not. I've done it on war mode a few times, but I never noticed like being able to do it faster. And I've gotten brawls a few times with Hordes, since I do this a lot on Alliance characters, and it makes you lose getting in fights with other people simply because all that time, you know, trying to take out the other guy, you could have been fishing, and you both lose, so there's no point in that. But yeah, it's the first 50 people that turn in their fish on your server, and then once the first 50 have turned it in, it's over. The event is over. That's why I mentioned 12 to 15 minutes is pretty much the max. Beyond that, I don't know how it would go on a lower server. I haven't played on a low pop server in a very long time, and I never did the fishing tournament on a low pop. But yeah, this is on a full server, not even high. This is a full server, and it doesn't look like there's that many people here. But I'm sure we're all sharded and phased around, so you don't see them. But it's pretty intense. There's that Tarn again. Hey, Mr. Tarn, taking my fish. That's right. Move along. It's my fish. Let's see, what do we... 23. Man, we are not even... Yeah, that's over half. 23, can't math, but we're barely over halfway there. This whole event is just like 15 minutes of me going, I need to win, I need to win. I want that trinket or boots or whatever I'm trying to get. Taking my fish, jerk. Meanie, don't you know who I am? No, not really. Not that part. I'm not that self-conceited. I think. I don't know. But yeah, fishing. Probably the most riveting thing you could do in WoW. Actually, I find it quite relaxing. Fishing. I like to have the ambience up. For those of you that have seen some past videos, I don't have any music on when I'm doing this. I just have the ambience up, my sound, of course, so I can hear the fish do the little splooshy thing, so I know when to click on it. And yeah, it's if I wasn't in a competition, this is a very relaxing thing to do. I'm sure you noticed too that I can see the fishing nodes on the river, which normally you cannot. If you've seen my 7 lazy gold tips video, tip number 1 at the end, spoilers if you haven't, is how to get the fishing journal, which lets you track the fishing. Definitely go watch that if you haven't, at least for that final tip, because major necessary. I should have mentioned that earlier, but major necessary for those of you still listening to be able to see exactly where the fishing pools are. Like, I mean, I've done this without being able to see them, but it's a lot easier to see them on your map, so you know exactly where to go. Like, yep, another one just spawned on my left, and I didn't have to look over there, so definitely helpful. Lets you kind of mentally prepare in advance what direction you're gonna go as soon as one spawns or one pops up, because definitely important. Fish as quickly as possible. Getting down to the wire there. Getting a little nervous at this point. Usually when I start hitting about 30 fish, I kind of start sweating, because then I'm going, okay, it's not over yet. I'm almost there. I hope I'm in the top 50, because he will announce, that goblin will announce when it's over. So you'll be out fishing, and he'll tell you you've lost. Because he'll be like, hey everybody, it's over. Rest of you suck. Not really, I'm paraphrasing, but you know, goblins. So, you'll know. So I just keep watching for that announcement, see if it's over. I've had it a few times, and it's pretty disappointing. And, oh, and no. Someone asked, you do not get to keep the tasty fish for next week. These are event-only fish, so you have to refish them, even if you're at 39. Goblin don't care. You gotta go re-get that 39 next Sunday. So, yeah, that's a little disheartening, but, you know, if that's how it was, everybody would just stock up 39 from the previous Sunday and then get the one they needed and turn it in the next week, which you'd never be able to win at that rate. That's borderline cheating. It's not really cheating. It's just cheap. Creative use of mechanics. We'll put it that way. And I'm actually impressed that I have effectively rambled for like, what, 13, 14 minutes now? I really am a rambler. That's pretty impressed. And to anyone still listening, thank you. I hope you've, you know, at least kind of find this amusing, if at least educational. I'm trying not to speed this up, and I'm keeping it live time. Just see if people like it. As I get often complaints, I guess, about me speeding up some of my dungeon runs, which I find interesting. I didn't think people would want to sit there and watch me play in real time, but then again, I guess that's kind of what streaming is. So just pretend this is streaming, and I'm just rambling at you. Good practice for me, though, right? For when I can possibly, maybe, somewhat stream someday. Who knows? Who knows? You never know. The, phone gods could just, you know, increase reception or something out here. Internet gods. Same thing nowadays. Who knows? Alright, looks like I just hit 35 out of 40. Definitely getting down to the wire now. As you can imagine, I'm sweating bullets now, because I have lost at number 39. I've done that a few times on in the past. It's frustrating, because I mean, it's not like you spend that much time for this, 12 to 15 minutes, like I said earlier, but it's still, you make an effort to come all the way out here and you lose. There's no consolation prize, that's for sure. You don't get the heirloom ring unless you're in the top 50. And, oh, speaking of, since I already have it, I said I was going for other stuff. There's a trinket that turns you into fish, which is pretty cool, and boots, which is like a hearth. It's directly to Booty Bay. So you can, it's got a day cooldown. That's pretty cool. And it's those two items that I usually go after for my alts, because I like to collect all portals possible, portal items on all of my characters, because I'm weird. And turning into a fish is cool. I like that. The Legion artifact turns you into a fish too, but it's a different kind of fish. Different kind of fish. And I like fun trinkets. Oh, sweet. There's my 40th. Okay, and this part right here is why I said to set your hearth, and I should have bubble hearthed. I'm dumb. Bubble hearthing, for those of you that don't know, on a paladin, it increases it by 50%. Now you get to watch my load screen. That was fun. All right, to the dude. Oh yeah, still okay. Phew. I'm good. Once you get to this spot here, you're good. You're golden. Yep, see, look at that. Dread Pirate Ring, Boots of the Bay. Oh, there it goes. I got that by the skin of my teeth. Rip everybody else. I'm so sorry, little gnome. I don't know if she made it or not. Oh, Druid. Nope, everybody else is flooding in. See? There was a whole bunch of people around. You didn't think there was that many, but there was. Yeah. See, those two, on the left and right there, you can turn your tasty fish into them, but they don't really, if you lose, but you don't really get anything cool for it. Yeah. So, there you have it. That was the kind of the live-action rendition of the Stranglethorn fishing tournament. I hope you liked the rambling. If you didn't, I apologize. I hope you at least found this amusing. If educational. Hope you learned a few things and you got to see it in live action. Kind of live, because this is a past recording. Past me. Say hello to future. Past me. Whatever. That's all I got for you. And that's it. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and poke that bell for more Coffee Field content. Leave a comment down below if you liked it, and remember, it's never too latte.